workflow of me generating leads with LinkedIn Sales Navigator based off clients list criteria. So they provide the company size, they provide comments, they provide keywords, they provide examples of their ideal clients, they provide the industry of their ideal clients, they provide the job titles of their ideal clients, they provide the locations, and they also provide a description of who is the ideal client. So let's just read this. We are looking for controllers, CFOs, directors of finance, VP of accounting, accounts receivable managers in software and or manufacturing companies in the United States. The company size should be 100 million and up in terms of revenue. Okay, so let's open up Sales Navigator. So that's what we're going to do. Company headcount. And from what they've suggested, it goes from 200 all the way to 10,000 plus. So we're going to input everything from 200. 501 to 1,000, this one, and this one. So far we've got 213 million leads. Okay, now we want to filter for geography. As you can see, they put USA. So you simply go to the geography filter here, and we type in United States. Now we've got 63 million. Okay, now what's next? One thing that I always like to do, and I recommend that you do, is go down to profile language and select English. As you can see, it got rid of 1 million results. So some accounts might be in the USA, but their profile's not in English. We only want profiles in English. So what's next? Industry is a filter we can leverage. So let's have a look. Okay, job titles. Yeah, let's put in the job titles. So, and guys, if you're ever stuck, I 100% recommend working with ChatGPT. I'm just going to log into GPT now. Come on, let's go. This should have been done. It's all good. Sales Navigator, and I've actually provided a prompt for you to give GPT. So this is a template sheet. So this is where we put the LinkedIn Sales Navigator URL. So we're going to duplicate the template, and you're going to be provided with a title, and simply we're going to paste this in here, NJIC. Let's go. Okay, so now we want to dash in the job titles. So controllers. So this particular client, we don't have much information. Excuse me. So we don't have much information. Sometimes, depending on the client, they'll provide their website. But this person, I've already checked. If we go on leadtomeeting.com, so you just look at their URL, leadtomeeting.com. It doesn't actually lead. Oh, hold on. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't actually lead anywhere. So sometimes they might provide their website, and if they do, you provide their website, then you could just feed it to GPT in addition to this prompt that we feed to GPT. So this is a prompt that just says, hey, chat GPT, we are using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Our task is to generate the necessary filters. Here's information about the client. And then you can sort of paste the information that I give you. So you paste the stuff to GPT, and you also go on their website, copy text from their website. Here's also info from their website. You'll say, in fact, I'm going to type this like, here's also text from their website, so you get a better idea of their offering and who they are targeting. So this is the prompt, and then you just insert the text from their website. And when I say input the text, I'm just going to go to the first website that came to mind was this. So this is a email marketing agency. So what you do is you just Control A, Command A, because I'm using a MacBook, and then Control C, and copy the text and just paste it to ChatGPT. If they have an About Us page, or what we do, it'll be better to click that, and then Control A, Control C, and you feed that to ChatGPT to help you. But you should be doing it yourself as well. As you can see, this is the sort of workflow I'd use. I'll use ChatGPT if I feel like I need help, or if I feel like I need more ideas, we haven't generated enough leads, that kind of stuff. But I will get into that. Okay, so first we want to put the controllers. So I can get an inkling as to what this client does, but I'm not making assumptions. Never make assumptions in this game. We are looking for controllers. So first, I'm going to go into the job title. I'm going to type in controller. And I'm actually going to type in financial controller as well, because that's what came to mind. So you have to use creativity as well, because I can see he's targeting finance, CFO. So controller had, say I had no information on what controller was, financial controller. LinkedIn does help you out. It did show it there. So now we've got 66K. So he wants a CFO and a director of finance. So CFO, director of finance. As you can see, director of finance is loads. It's financial director. Guys, I would recommend putting anything that sounds like it could fit. So I'll put most of these guys. So I'll just continue to write director of finance. And I'm going to copy that. It didn't work out. Director of finance. So I'll copy that. I'm going to include that. You got to type it one by one, guys. So director of finance and operations. And guys, be mindful of every single click that you make on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, because they only allow a certain amount of actions per time period. So sometimes I'm working and it'll say, oh, you've done too much. You have to rest for a bit, come back later. Maybe I'll wait an hour or two, come back and continue. Assistant Director of Finance, that's still relevant. But this is kind of like a one-off. Director of Financial Planning. I'm just going to put any director of finance or something related to finance is relevant in this case. So we're going to put all of them. So that's what I mean, guys. You don't just want to take exactly what they said, because the client doesn't know who they're reaching out to. We need to generate more than what the client says. So VP of Accounting, Accounts Receivable, Managers. VP of Accounting. And accounts. Account Receivable Manager. So we're going to be specific with that. We're not going to add all of them because it's a very specific role. So yeah, we are looking for controllers, CFOs, directors of finance, VP of accounting, account receivable managers in software and or manufacturing companies. So software and manufacturing in the United States, US. The company size should be 100 million and up in terms of revenue. So this is not something we can filter for in Sales Navigator. The company size should be 100 million and up. We don't know exactly how much money they're going to be making. So that's just something that we can't account for when generating these leads. 100 million, 100 million, 100 million, 100 million. So typically these companies, if a company's got at least 200 employees, they're going to be making a whole load of money anyways. So now, how many leads have we got? We've got 190K. So now we want to filter for industry. And I'm going to put software in first. And guys, if you're not sure, ask ChatGPT. That's just how I said it. So for example, going back to this, the client said director of finance. You could ask ChatGPT is director of finance. You could ask ChatGPT is, in fact, I'm just going to copy these. Oh, no. It's just going to take extra time off the video, guys. But you could just ask ChatGPT, my client asked for director of finance. Are these job titles relevant? And then just copy all of these, blah, blah, blah. And it will tell you, ChatGPT will literally break down which ones are relevant, which ones aren't relevant. I didn't do it in this case because I didn't need to in this case, but if you're not sure, that's how. So ChatGPT is like your assistant. It's your assistant. And it's certainly my assistant in my work and what I do. I 100% recommend it, using it and leveraging AI. So where are we next? So now we're putting in software for the industry. Embedded software products, mobile computing software products. I'm just having a look at all of the words that got software, desktop computing software products. So these are all software products. Software development, IT system, custom software development. Okay, let's have a look at who the client wants again. In software and or manufacturing companies. So see, if we had the client's website, we might be able to see, like, I'm not sure if software products is going to be relevant. If we had the website, we might understand better, like, who they're looking for and stuff. But what I'm going to do is everything that has software in it, guys, I'm actually going to do this live and just hope that we don't get locked out because of all these clicks. So some leads are going to require less clicks. Some leads are going to require more clicks. Some leads you can do really quickly. Some leads might take more effort. Guys, that's just the game. So I'm just going to put all of this in. This is like a live training. So what I'll do is here. So I'm going to say my new client is targeting software companies. I'm using LinkedIn Sales Navigator to generate a lead list. And this is why it's always important to write prompts that you use often, so you don't have to write to GPT, just paste info. And ChatGPT is only as smart as the prompts that you give it, so just be very detailed to generate a lead list for them. I'm on the industry filter. I'm explaining the situation. I've added software companies. Software, no, it would be development. Software development. Which one of these is relevant, not relevant? And I'm just going to paste the information. And GPT is so slow. That's one of the things I don't like about AI. I don't like relying on it. I only use it if I'm like stuck, because guys, it kind of like dumbs down your thinking a little bit when you're just relying on a robot to work. It does sap at your creativity. So I recommend only using it for assistance and not waking up and opening GPT and moving like that, because then you just become programmed. So yeah, exactly. I don't like using it because it's super slow. So as you can see, GPT said they're all relevant. These options are all like relevant. So yeah, again, I might not have needed to do that part. Sometimes you just have to go with your gut. And it's not a whole big deal, guys. So anyway, I've added all of them, and the list side still didn't change. So what I'll do, so he's not specific. He just says software companies. So one thing that you should do before sort of proceeding is you want to learn Boolean. So there's going to be a Boolean training. And I'm just going to write that down real quick. Boolean training, because I'm going to have to create that document for whoever's viewing this. So chief redevelopment. So once you've generated leads, if the client was more specific, we would type maybe like a broad keyword. We use broad keywords, but it's really important that you learn keywords and Boolean if you don't already know how to use it. So we'll just quickly scroll down the list and we'll have a look at some of the companies. Redevelopment, construction. That doesn't sound relevant. What I'm going to do is just going to say not construction. I'm going to put it in quotations. Not construction. Harzi systems. So systems, software, yep. Software specialized by industry, yeah. So I'm just making sure that these sound like software companies. So these are all software companies I'm confident about. Got Microsoft, absolutely. SAP, yeah. And you want to scroll down the first page at least, guys. I would say scroll down the whole first page, just having a look. Plan source, yep, that's relevant. Technology. And as I'm working now, I realize technology is another good keyword. So that can be used if you don't find enough leads. Kanji. Yeah, so that's absolutely fine. So what you want to go, you want to go down the first page, and any leads you find that are not relevant, you find a keyword and you write not. Like, so if I saw like a marketing agency, I just put not marketing. If I saw a consultant, and we're not targeting consultants, we don't want consultants, I'll type not consulting. But it's very important you go through the Boolean training. So we got 3.5K. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste that. I'm gonna come in here and I want to put all the job titles down. Okay, so this is what we do. So hey guys, so I'm just gonna copy this, and this is what happens if you paste it straight into LinkedIn. It just puts it like that. Even if you try and put it like that. Yeah. So what I would do is I'll usually just copy the job titles and I'll ask GPT to put it in a line separated by commas, which I'm going to show you now. Put in line in one line separated by commas. Location, USA, company size, 500 to 10,000 plus. Or was it 200 to 10,000 plus? Let me just double check. Yeah, it was 200. 200 to 10,000 plus. And that's just to make my work things easier instead of putting it in separately. Keyword. We've got the keyword here, not construction. Groups, nil, nil, nil. And sometimes, guys, depending on what filters you add, you might have to just insert a new column. So sometimes I might use, or you might use a different filter along here. You might use groups. You might use, I'm just looking for an example that's not on here. You might use, let's say, the company headquarters location as a filter. You just insert a new column to the left and type, yeah. So different lead lists might have different filters. So the industry, I'm just gonna put all, no, we're gonna put, guys, this is how we would do it. This is even bad practice of me, if you just see like a previous one. We're supposed to be putting it like this. So yeah, industry. So I want to go back to ChatGPT, copy that, and now I can paste it in here. Paste values only, and now we've got all of this. And yeah, that was actually a slight slip up from me. I would usually do job titles and industries at the same time, or anything at the same time, for ChatGPT to put in one line. Software development. So I'll just say put this in one line too. And the final thing would be to put 3.5K. So I'm going to just paste the industry field in here. And I'm going to delete this prompt. We don't need that right now. Put this over here. Put this on here. Just delete that website. Ah, this is so painfully slow, guys. I could have probably done this one quicker without using GPT. Like, sometimes you might think, oh yeah, my work's easier with ChatGPT, but your work's also longer with ChatGPT because you're waiting on them to finish their reasoning, and then you're thinking, and yeah. So I want to paste the values only. Can I expand this? I should be able to expand that. They didn't paste it. What's going on? Ah, I didn't copy everything. I just copied one of them, I think. Okay, guys, I'm having technical issues here, but you get the gist. You would simply just type in, okay, ChatGPT should be finished now. So let's go, paste the values early. I don't know why it's coming out like that. Let me just take that off and make that black. Change that to 9. I think it's all 9. Oh, no, it's 10. Yeah, so that's it. So we're done. So we've done software development companies, and this is using the industry filter. Now I want to use the manufacturing filter. Manufacturing. And I just want to add in this video as well. Hold on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to exclude these ones because we don't want both of them. You could either exit it, but I don't want to exit it, and I don't recommend because you never know, we might come back to software development as a filter. So I recommend just rocking it out like that. And guys, so just to give you some insight, so this says 3.5K. We already get lead hype. The client only gets about 25% of those when they try to scrape it. So if something says 3,500 on LinkedIn, by the time they've scraped data, it's only going to be about 875. So whatever, just do 25%. And to run cold email campaigns, it's recommended having at least 5,000. So you want to be generating at least 5,000 leads. I'd say 5,000 to 10,000. I love to, the more leads you can get, the better. So we want our total to be more than 5,000, because if you want to start a cold email campaign, you need 5,000 leads, 10,000 leads, I would say, to get started, to get the ball rolling, and then to get things moving, to give some time. So 5,000 to 10,000 leads. Okay, so manufacturing, as you can see, we've got loads. I'm just going to take away that search. And another thing GPT is good for in this is Boolean searches. They're very good for Boolean searches. Give me a Boolean search for this, that kind of stuff. Vice President, Chief Financial, Lumber Company, Emerson Automatic Solutions, global technology software. No, we're actually so the range just started falling. We're actually targeting manufacturing companies here. Will the technology, software, and engineering company provide innovative solutions for customers? So, it's Americas. So, guys, if you're not sure, open up their website. But I need to read more of this to see if this is relevant. It's targeting manufacturing companies. Emerson is a leading global technology, software, and engineering company providing innovative solutions. I'm very curious about what these guys do. Innovative solutions for customers in industrial and commercial markets. Okay. I'm focusing on manufacturing companies right now. And I just put not marketing, not technology. Let's narrow that down. Okay, Emerson still shows up, guys. Boolean and LinkedIn is not perfect, but as you can see, we've got rid of loads of leads, so which is good. Shionogi, pharmaceutical manufacturing. Manufacturing is a broad term, guys. So, motor vehicle manufacturing. Is technology manufacturing a thing? That's what I'm trying to think. Should I not? Simply Good Foods USA Limited. Our mission is to empower and educate consumers about how to eat right and snack smarter. Yeah, this is when I'd have conversations with GPT, guys. So I'd be like, is technology and then manufacturing industry. This is not really how I wanted to word it, but I didn't want to go back. So GPT is so slow, guys. Honestly, sometimes I'm like, you know what, forget GPT. And by the way, guys, I have to add, my laptop's super slow right now because of where I am geographically right now, and also because I'm recording this. When I start recording, in fact, I'm probably going to have to Yeah, see, technology is a relevant keyword, so it was bad of me to put not technology. But not marketing is good because we don't want marketing companies. So technology could be related to manufacturing. Um, and I'm not even gonna put. I'm gonna take away all the keywords. Um, so not marketing as well. I didn't even see marketing in like a marketing agency in the. So I want to exit this. I don't want anything. Okay, let's go. Smokehouse Partners. Retired. So we don't want retired people. So, and I always put it in. We don't want anyone who's retired, guys. Sometimes that comes through. Um, Cummins Inc., financial controller, manufacturing. And what I'm looking at here, guys, is I'm just looking for the keywords because this is what the company has put its business as. So as soon as I see that keyword, manufacturing, it's an easy one to let you know to just move forward. IAC Group, manufacturing, repair, producers. So this guy has many job titles. Um, Probably relevant. Group, yeah. So guys, you just want to glance through anything that catches your eye that's not related to the chart of furniture. Yep. So guys, we've got a lot of leads here. Oops. Great. Again, put the same thing. USA. Just want to put and you want to put a keyword that we use for this one. The industry is manufacturing and the leads. Oops, the first thing we should be copying. Oh, I already copied it. So 31K. 31K. Now check this out, guys. 31,000 times 25%. So let's assume they scrape 21. So that's a lot of leads. That's great. We got 31K to play with. So now we know we definitely have enough leads. So manufacturing delivered to us. So what I'm going to do now, what I like to do is I'm going to delete all of these. Sometimes I like to do searches just with, this is a strategy that I use, is to take away the industry filter strategy. Okay, not retired. Industry. So yeah, I'm going to take away the industry, and what I'm going to do is then I just utilized software company. I just used to utilize the keyword to filter out results. So software company or software firm or SaaS. SaaS is a good one that just came to me. Oops. No, I don't know whether actually Boolean actually works or not. If you do the or thing. So if it's not capitalized, SaaS or software as a service. I like that. Let's see what happens. We've got 4K. So this is 4K with a different, so this might bring up different results that the industry filter might have limited. So the industry filter limits. So with a good Boolean search, you can get even more leads. Not retired. Oh wait, we didn't even go down this. No, we don't need to because we're trusting the Boolean search. But you do want to just have because Boolean is way more accurate than anything else. even though it makes mistakes. So I saw one company that I saw previously, but the whole idea is that you might get some, like, you never know, 2,000 of these, 1,000 of these, it doesn't matter. You never know which lead is the next client, which lead's going to bring the next revenue stream. So you want to just extract as much as you can. So I can close this. That was me working with a robot. Is there any keywords? Okay, yeah, we do have keywords for this next one. 4K. And we're going to do the same for manufacturing companies. You know what? I feel like I could do more. So this is why I'd use all software development. This is why I would use ChatGPT to help. As you can see, we just doubled our leads. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT help. Hey, chat. Give us a boolean for broad boolean for software companies. So if before GPT, I would have just gone with this software development. I'd probably be thinking harder because now I've been working with GPT for so long that it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's affected the way I operate. You know, I'm thinking about doing a 30-day detox because I don't like to be addicted to anything. So if I feel like something's a challenge, I'll go 30 days without it. So I might have to go 30 days without GPT because I would never want to be reliant on GPT's functionality in my business or for anyone to be reliant on it, because what happens when GPT goes down? What happens when it's not as effective? Or what happens? No, you don't want to be reliant on a robot. Or software development. Let's see what GPT is giving us here. Oh my goodness, this is so, guys, I kid you not, GPT-4 is just far superior to this. After using GPT-4, I have a hard time dealing with GPT-3. That's just the truth. So I'm just not even going to rely on GPT right now because I'm on GPT-3, and doing this work with GPT-3 is not great, guys. I'm just going to keep it 100. Might have to invest again. Or let's put, I'm just doing what comes to my head. Software development companies or software development firms or software development business. I put developed. As you can see, it didn't change anything. I think I've definitely extracted a lot of the leads already. Let's go. Yeah, we're still at 8K, so that's still good. So I'm going to delete this. I always like to do this just to make sure that it's done. And let's put 8K. No industry filter. And we're going to do the same for now, manufacturing companies. Because as you can see, they said they're targeting manufacturing companies. Manufacturing. What happens when you just put that in? Let's see. Yeah. So we got 31K here and we've got 43K here. And by the way, guys, the Boolean search just means they have manufacturing in their profile somewhere. It doesn't actually mean manufacturing. That means they work for a manufacturing company. So it's always a good idea to go more granular and use more detailed Boolean searches, using and, using ors, manufacturing company. As you can see, that just returned 887. Let's put from. Wow. Company. I really like. Let's take out the quotation marks. Okay, this is better. Let's have a look. Richard's Manufacturing Company. Manufacturing Company. Yeah. Guys, this seems all relevant. Remember, we still have the other filters in, so it's going to return. So yeah, again, as you can see, the 16K here without the industry filter, 31K here. You never know if there's a difference. And I'm just going to copy this as well. LinkedIn. I'm just thinking, no, I shouldn't have done that. Where's LinkedIn? Here we go. That's the most important link. So let's see if I can do this time. Great. Manufacturing company, pasting that in. Boom, 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 boom. And it's what, 16K. I'm just scanning through the list requirements again. And guys, so this is what I would do if I wasn't sure. Like if I felt like, oh, this is not enough leads. This is more than enough leads. This is a good 50K leads. So 25% of that, we've got enough leads, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna look. So if I felt like we didn't have enough leads, this is what I would ask GPT. I'd be like, hey, my targeting's you don't even have to remind them. So usually in one chat, GPT will remember your client. So our client's targeting, you can say you remember what the client said, wrote in their list requirements. I haven't got enough leads. What else would be relevant? What other industries or what other filters? And I wrote here earlier technology, and I wrote this because the technology filter, I would leverage that for the industry filter to get even more leads. But we won't be needing those right now. So because we've got enough leads just from this. So the way you need to think about it is we need to give enough leads. We need to provide enough leads that we could just keep it going, basically. Like if you're doing it for yourself, starting off with 1,000 leads is great, but when you know you have 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 in the arsenal, it's enough to really give it time to get that cold email cannon going. But yeah, so that's the end of it. I'm happy with this, and what I'll do is I'll just copy this new spreadsheet, existing spreadsheet. Yeah, copy to a new spreadsheet, and then I'll open the spreadsheet. Open the spreadsheet, and I will name the spreadsheet. What's the spreadsheet? I will name the spreadsheet, and we'll name it the title that was provided to you. In this case, is this NBIC, and we want to put share. We want to put anyone with the link. I'm going to copy the link, and share it with me. You'd probably be sharing it with me. So NJIC. Yeah, so you'd be sharing it with me. And yeah, that's how you do it.